Hello, Lee Mallett for Louisiana State Politics and News. I have a special guest here today, Mr. Will Wade. Glad you came in, Coach. Folks have been telling you he was coming. If you have any questions, just send them to the deal here, and hopefully he'll answer them. If not, I'll have to run him out of here. Well, Will, why don't you tell us, how's it been at McNeese?
It's been great. You know, I was very thankful that McNeese and Heath Schroyer and the administration with Dr. Bruce and Dr. Burkell gave me the opportunity to come down here and try to turn the program around. And so very, very thankful to them giving me that opportunity a year ago. And we were able to get off to a good start. And now we need to continue the momentum that we created last year and, continue to be a positive driving force here in Southwest Louisiana.
Well, you did a hell of a job. That's all I can say about getting to the tournament the first year, although you had a very successful run at LSU too. But tell me, you were at VCU and you was at LSU. Are you using any what you did there at McNeese?
Oh yeah, I use, everything's in scale, right? So, we have to scale it back a little bit because of McNeese and just because of some of our resources. But there's some stuff we do that's better than I did at VCU and better than we did at LSU. And so, yeah, we've taken our same program and brought that same program, to McNeese. A lot of my staff is the same. A lot of my people are the same. And the people are what makes the program. And when you have good people, you got people that work hard, you got people that care, and you got people that are invested, you can win anywhere. But we run basically the same program we ran at VCU, same program we ran at LSU. We certainly try to fine tune it and change it every year and make it a little bit better. But a lot of the basis and the nuts and bolts of our program are the same.
Well, you're known for aggressive recruiting.
That's to put it lightly.
So, I guess recruiting at LSU and even VC would be different than, I guess, recruiting at McNeese because it's a much smaller school. How have you adapted to that? Has it been a challenge for you, or you just roll right into it?
Well, it's been a challenge, but you find your niche and you move forward. What's really helped us at McNeese is the transfer portal opening. We've been able to get really, really good players out of the transfer portal. When you're at a place like LSU, you can sign some of the best freshmen in the country. So we've only signed one freshman since we've been at McNeese. Everything we've done just about has been through the transfer portal. Being able to open up the transfer portal and having guys that are immediately eligible, which wasn't the case up until 2 or 3 years ago, has helped us. And that's how we've built the program, is through the portal and through finding those guys. And look, we use the same contacts that we had at VCU, same contacts that we have at LSU, and we just get a different type player, different caliber of player. But we're excited. We brought one of our kids back who played for us at LSU, Brandon Murray. He was on the all-rookie team in the SEC. And he went from LSU to Georgetown to Ole Miss, and Ole Miss back to McNeese. And so, when you've developed those relationships and the kids believe in you and the kids enjoy the program, you're able to get some of those guys back. So we've kept basically the same recruiting philosophy. We just have to fine tune it a little bit to something that fits a little bit more of what we're doing here at McNeese.
Well, I think some say that you had mentioned something about this being the pride of the community. How's the community responded after this? When you came, I know everybody was excited. That's the first time we started seeing the stadium full. But how's the community treating? How do you feel Lake Charles, Southwest Louisiana is treating Will Wade?
It's been incredible. That's been the most exciting part for me. And I'm a young guy, but I'm older in terms of the years I've been coaching and some of the experiences I've been through. But seeing the community, this community's been beaten down with the hurricanes and with a lot of stuff that's happened, and seeing the community rally around our team last year, seeing it be a source of pride for everybody in the community, just seeing people come out and it bringing a whole collection of folks from Southwest Louisiana together. That was the most fun for me. I would sit in the tunnel before the game started and just watch everybody file in, just because that was cool for me. Early on in my career, I didn't appreciate that. I was just, hey, let's just win the game and move on. But now, when you know that you can make an impact and you're making an impact and you're bringing people together, that part's been very, very exciting to me and very, very rewarding, just to see how it's impacted people in the community. When I'm out at dinner or out at the gas station and people come up to me and want to talk about the team or want to see how we're doing, and that part's really, really cool, and it means people are invested and people are interested and people are excited, and it's something that I think people can puff their chest out about a little bit. Hey, we got a basketball program that's one of the best in the country right here in Lake Charles, right here in Southwest Louisiana.
Well, your first year was fantastic. There's no question about that. If you recall, you told me you was going to go to the tournament. I want to know, how did you know that? What is the secret to Will Wade being able to come into this community, it's really had a bad program, and 1 year just completely turn it around and go to the tournament?
Well, we brought some good players with us. I was confident because we had good players. It's the horse, it's not the jockey. So you got to have really good players, and we were able to bring in some good players. But I believed in our group. I believed in what we could be. Everything's in place at McNeese for the basketball program, for the school to be just tremendous. And we probably haven't been reaching our potential the last 4 or 5 years for a myriad of reasons, with COVID and with the hurricanes and everything else going on. But I think our time is right now. Like, it's a brand new day, and our time is right now. And I felt that last year. And look, I mean, what we did, taking the program from in the 300s in the country to the 60s, you're a businessman. There's a lot of bad people that you can pass up. I mean, you just got to be halfway competent, and you can pass a lot of those people. Now, where we're trying to go from 50 and 60 to in the top 25, it's a lot heavier lifting. The margins are a lot thinner. We've got to be a lot better. And so that's the challenge as we move forward, is what got us to this point in year one is not going to get us where we want to go in year two, which is back to the tournament. And we want to get to the tournament and be able to win a game and multiple games in that tournament. And so, what got us there is not going to get us where we want to go, but we've got to be locked in and understand what we need to do to continue to move this program forward.
So what are the qualities you look for in recruiting? I mean, to put a team together like the first year, and then now you've already told me what you think of this team, and I'll talk about that later.
Go put me on the spot.
But what is it that you look for to be able to bring these teams together from a recruiting standpoint? What are you looking for?
We talk a lot about, acting the right way in our program. So I want guys that are, number one, I want guys that are appreciative. I want guys that are very, very appreciative of the opportunity to be here. A lot of my guys are like me. They're on their second, third chance. They probably wouldn't have picked McNeese the first time, but they're going to pick. They've picked McNeese, the next time. And so we want guys that are appreciative of the opportunity. And look, every day's not utopia, every day's not perfect, but things are pretty good. So let's stay appreciative. We want guys who are committed. We want guys that's the C in that. We want guys who are committed to something bigger than themselves. Guys who understand that that there's you get a sacrifice for the betterment of the team. So we look for that in recruiting, guys who maybe have overcome some adversity, guys who have already done that. Then we look for guys that are part of a team. That we want guys that want to be part of a team, want to be part of something bigger than themselves. And so that's what we're looking for in recruiting. And we try to find guys that fit that mold and understand that, hey, you're going to come here. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to be committed to something bigger than ourselves, and we're going to be thankful. We're going to be appreciative. And so that part's really, really important to us.
Well, you've had a lot of... let's have a word from our sponsor. We'll be back in 30 seconds. We're back with Will Wade. I was getting ready to ask him, you know, you've gone through some ups and downs in your career. I was at LSU when all that happened. But you came back. What motivated you? I mean, they really got after you. I mean, they really tried to take you out. In fact, I've had several people tell me that you were finished. They didn't see you coming back into college. So you took an obstacle, you overcame it, and I know that's in your nature. But man, it had to be hard. You had to go some rough stuff there.
Yeah, you know, I always talk to our team about this, but I believe this. You always got to be tougher in your circumstances. So whatever circumstance you're put in, you got to find a way out. You got to fight, you got to scratch, you got to claw. And, you know, that's something that you know, it's one thing to say it to the team, it's another thing to try to live it. And so, you know, you got to stay tough, you got to stay locked in and be tougher than whatever circumstances, you know, are out there that you're given or that you made. And so, you know, I tried to keep that in mind and just get up and you try to make a little bit of progress each day to dig yourself out of the hole and dig yourself out. And then you got to have somebody that's going to, you know, take a chance on you. And McNeese I was very, very fortunate that Heath and the administration at McNeese wanted to take a chance and give me a second chance. And, you know, that's why I work as hard as I can every day to repay them and try to repay this university and repay this community that gambled on us. You know, and gambled on the second chance to make sure that we make it right with everybody here. And so, you know, look, you got to get up and keep working and keep doing what you do and find a way, and eventually it turns.
Do you have any hard feelings towards LSU?
No, I mean, look, LSU, they paid me really well for 5 years, and we had a hell of a time. We had a hell of a run. And it was a lot of fun, and so you had
a lot of fans back there. You still do.
I have no hard feelings towards them.
I know we've had that conversation. I think as time goes, I know we've been lucky enough to keep you for 2 years. I don't know what our chances are next year, but you've been a really big blessing to the community because the community has really took off behind you. I know I'm very appreciative of what you've done for McNeese and for this community. You brought the school back. So what's the long-term goal for McNeese? This is your second year. What's your long-term goal for this McNeese program?
Yeah, I mean, look.
When you do leave, at some point you're going to leave. What's your plan long-term? I mean, I'm sure that you got good feelings about McNeese, and when you do leave, and it's inevitable at some point because you're winning and you're a great coach. What do you think you're going to do? What's going to be the legacy Will Wade after he leaves?
Well, look, McNeese, like I said, McNeese took a chance on me, and I'll never forget that for the rest of my life. This will be, McNeese and Lake Charles will be a part of me for the rest of my life. And so, first off, I want to continue to win while we're here, as much as we can win. The best way to repay everybody is to win. Everybody loves winning. But then, you know, when it does come time to leave, I want to leave this program where we don't slip back to where we were. Where this program continues to be one of the best programs, the best program in the Southland Conference, and one of the best programs, you know, in the country. And so I want to leave this thing on solid footing. We've built this foundation on bedrock. This isn't built on quicksand. And, you know, I want this program to be able to keep winning. Now, however I can help, you know, if I do go to a bigger school and we got a kid who wants to transfer, I'm going to send them to McNeese. Yeah. You know, that's where they need to go. And so however I can help, you know, moving forward from wherever that may be, that's what I want to do. But I'm locked in right now to win even bigger with this second team than we did with the first team. And whenever that time does come, that this program is on rock solid footing. And, you know, I can hand the keys off to somebody and say, look, here's a Ferrari, just drive it fast, keep it between the lines, don't put it in the ditch. And so that's, you know, that's what I want, that's what I hope, and that's what I intend to do, to where this thing can just keep moving, and we're just getting started.
How do you see us competing in the Southland Conference this year?
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't bet against us. We're going to be very good. You know, we'll be picked at the top of the league. Now, look, we got to take what's on paper and make it work on the court.
Right.
But you know, we've got a really, really good team. We've got the makings of a really, really good group. I like our team. I like our group. And you know, I think we're going to be competing right there at the top of the conference again. And it's our goal to win that regular season again and try to repeat as the conference tournament champions.
Was there any players or moments that particularly come to mind since you've been there at McNeese?
Yeah, I mean, the thing I'll always remember is after we won the tournament to go to the NCAA tournament, people don't even realize, I mean, I stood in the back. I just wanted to watch I've been to the NCAA tournament plenty of times, but it was a lot of our guys' first time, just seeing the joy on their faces, seeing their families come on the court, and how excited all of them were to go to the tournament for the first time was incredible. When we went to Salt Lake City, we had an open practice, and I was the last one out of the locker room, so I could just watch their faces. I knew we were in trouble when they were all in awe of everything. Now we got a little experience if we go back, so we won't be as in awe of everything that's going on. But being able to just see them just take it all in and everything a lot of those guys had been through. That's the fun for me, is to help change those kids' lives, help show those guys that, hey, look, there's another path, and we can you can do other things with your life. And so I get a lot of joy out of watching them have joy and see things for the first time. We just got back from a foreign tour in El Salvador, which was a great experience for our guys, and just watching them.
How'd y'all do?
We went 3-0, so we won by about 50, 60 points a game. So that was a good start. But seeing our guys experience the different culture there, and ride four-wheelers through a rainforest, and we hike to the top of an active volcano, and just do stuff like that. Like that stuff that they'd never get to do. That was really exciting for me.
So you got any predictions like you did last year you want to make while I got you live?
I know I said 23 plus last year. We'll stick to that. We're going to win 20. We'll win 23 plus again. You can mark me down for that. But I do think we've got a better team than we had last year. Now last year we won 30 games. Our schedule's a lot tougher this year. I think we got a better team that we may not win as many games, but we're going to be much more prepared and much more ready when we get to March than we were this past year. So I think there'll be a give and take on that, but we ain't going back to where we win anything under 23 games in this program anytime soon. So we're going to keep moving forward.
The team that beat us at the tournament,
Gonzaga.
How far did they get up?
They went to the Sweet 16. They'd won 15 straight. They've been to the 15 straight Sweet 16s. So they knew what they were. We were the new kids on the block, but we want to get back next year, and we're not going to be the new kids on the block, and we're going to be much more prepared and much more ready to go, and we're going to go in there and throw our weight around some.
Well, look, I really appreciate you coming in. It's always good to see you. Folks, we have Will Wade here today. We'll be sending this thing out. Y'all can replay it and watch it as we put it out there. Thank you for coming, Will.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Thank you all for watching, folks. We'll see y'all next time.